Chicago Fire just set up a new chief to replace Pascal, and he's the perfect choice. Chicago Fire's latest episode teased that one major Firehouse 51 firefighter will soon rise up to the ranks. Chicago Fire Season 13, Episode 21's ending sets the stage for a new chief to replace Firehouse 51's Chief Dom Pascal, Delmont Mulroney, after he is linked to a major road accident. Chief Pascal entered the latest season of the One Chicago series on NBC with much emotional baggage, primarily due to his troubled relationship with his wife, Monica. As a replacement for the well-renowned Chief Bowden, the crew of Firehouse 51 and the fans didn't exactly give him the warm welcome he needed. Still, as the season progressed, Chief Pascal slowly became close with the team until a tragic accident made him distant again. Chicago Fire Season 13, Episode 15 ended with the death of Monica Pascal after a car accident, sending Chief Pascal into a downward spiral as he tried to navigate his grief. This included blaming the other driver in the accident, with him even threatening the guy at one point. Things took a significant turn in Chicago Fire Season 13, Episode 21, after the crew responded to a car crash where the victim was Robert Franklin, the same driver in the accident that killed Monica Pascal. Lieutenant Kelly Severide, Taylor Kinney, spearheaded the investigation, and he found out that it was attempted murder. As he dove deep into it, Chief Pascal became a potential suspect, considering there was no one to confirm his alibi that he was home alone during the accident. What made matters worse is that the evidence found by forensics is from the Chicago Fire Department. However, it was revealed that Pascal was being framed, and it had something to do with his past stint in Miami. Pascal told Severide that his former battalion chief, Hendricks, was dirty since he worked with the mob. Pascal gathered enough evidence to implicate Hendricks, but it affected his marriage with Monica since she feared for her life, which is why she left Miami. This is why Pascal moved to Chicago, to fix his marriage, but it all went downhill after Monica died. Read more about Chicago Fire's emotional tribute to Monica Pascal. The episode ended with Chief Pascal in handcuffs, and the crew of Firehouse 51 was clearly devastated. Still, before that, Chief Pascal appeared to have accepted his fate, with him seemingly giving the reins of Firehouse 51 to Captain Herman, David Agenberg, telling him, "There's a chance you're taking over the big office sooner than we expected." Aside from the current circumstances, what made things awkward during the exchange between Herman and Chief Pascal in the episode was that he needed him to write a recommendation letter to further cement his promotion as battalion chief. As a veteran firefighter and longtime cast member of Chicago Fire, Christopher Herman has probably seen it all, making him an ideal candidate to take over as Chief of Firehouse 51. Unlike Chief Pascal, who is new to the firehouse, Herman's familiarity with the crew, in both their personal and professional lives, will allow him to become a better and well-equipped leader for 51 once the issues with Pascal have been sorted out. While there is a good chance that Severide will pull through and help Pascal get out of this mess in the Chicago Fire Season 13 finale, the emotional turmoil of losing his wife and being framed could prove to be too much for him. This could be why he told Herman to get ready, meaning that he is at peace with the idea of him leaving, whatever the results may be. By having Chief Pascal's blessing and potentially passing the chief's test, a looming promotion for Herman is in the cards in this Season 13 finale. In a move that longtime Chicago Fire fans have been anticipating for weeks, the series just laid the groundwork for a new chief to step into the smoky shoes of Chief Tom Pascal, and it's safe to say the choice couldn't be more perfect. With Pascal retiring under a cloud of political tension and public scrutiny, Firehouse 51 is once again bracing for change. But this time, the writers are hinting at a replacement who not only knows the firehouse inside and out, but who embodies the grit, compassion, and leadership that defines Chicago Fire. Enter Battalion Chief Christopher Herman. Yes, you read that right. The heart and soul of Firehouse 51. The cranky, hilarious, fiercely loyal bar co-owner and firefighter we've loved since Season 1 is being set up to finally take command. And honestly, it's about time. In recent episodes, the show has been subtly building a case for Herman to rise up. Pascal's departure wasn't dramatic. It was Chicago Fire's classic slow burn. After years of towing the department's increasingly political line, Pascal quietly announced his intention to retire, hinting that the department needed someone with more field experience and street smarts to handle the complexities of today's fires and crises. The final straw came when Pascal's decision to cut resources to Firehouse 51 nearly cost a civilian's life. Bowden, who's always been a steady force in the firehouse, expressed quiet disappointment, and for the first time, Pascal seemed to realize he was out of touch. That's where Herman comes in. Over the years, David Agenberg's portrayal of Herman has transformed the character from a comic relief curmudgeon to a layered, emotionally resonant leader. We've seen him support new recruits like Ritter and Carver, step up during Bowden's absences, and deliver searing, heartfelt speeches that leave even the toughest firefighters speechless. He may not be polished, but he's real. And the city of Chicago needs that now more than ever. Last week's episode featured a crucial moment. A flashback to Herman mentoring a young firefighter after a traumatic rescue. With no fanfare, no cameras, and certainly no media spin, Herman stayed behind at the scene long after the trucks pulled away, comforting the family and quietly coordinating with paramedics. Bowden watched from a distance, his face unreadable, until he gave the faintest of nods. It was subtle, but to seasoned fans, that was the moment the torch was passed. Herman, of course, doesn't see himself as chief material. He said it more than once, but that's exactly what makes him the right choice. Like Bowden before him, Herman leads not because he wants the title, but because he cares about the people. He's not interested in politics or bureaucracy. He's interested in saving lives, protecting his team, and doing the job right, even if it means breaking a few rules. And let's not forget how beloved he is by the crew. While Kelly Severide is a legendary firefighter in his own right, and Stella Kidd continues to emerge as a force in leadership, it's Herman who commands the quiet respect of every rank in the house. Mouch, his longtime friend and fellow squad member, has openly said Herman was born to boss people around. Kidd recently described him as the glue that holds us together. And even Severide, not one to hand out praise easily, told Bowden in confidence that if anyone can keep this house standing, it's Herman. From a narrative standpoint, the timing is also perfect. With Bowden being tapped for more citywide roles, and possibly moving toward a higher administrative position, the vacancy for a station-level chief creates a space for a legacy character to step up. Fans have been worried that Herman, after suffering profound loss and stress over the last 2 seasons, was headed for early retirement, or worse, a tragic exit. But this twist breathes new life into his arc. It's not a send-off. It's a promotion, a rebirth. And this isn't just great for Herman, it's great for the show.